Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. Okay, so by the time I figured out what I would do when I grew up, I was already grown. My first guest has already gotten a jump start on his career, and he's only 13 years old. He was one of 45 kids chosen to be part of the Scholastic News Kids Press Corps. They report news for kids, by kids. The stories are available to more than 25 million students across the country. Benjamin is a 7th grader from Sugar Land and let this appearance on TV serve as his excuse note from school today, right? Because you're missing class for a minute, but for a good cause.
Yes.
Okay, so when did you first get interested in being a journalist? And that's early at the age of 13.
Yeah, so I started about 2 years ago when I had a trip to Washington, D.C. to the museum. And there I saw tons of fearless reporters who reported on tons of events around the whole world. So at that time I knew I'm definitely getting into this.
Yeah, what was appealing to you about that?
So I feel it's more how they find out the truth and reveal justice. So there's lots of reporters who'd report on the mafia or maybe scandals inside our political system.
Yeah, and so how'd you come across this opportunity to be chosen as one of the reporters?
So I normally read Scholastic News, so I was on their website one day and then I saw that there was an opportunity to apply to be a kid reporter. So obviously I just jumped at that. I was like, this is what I want to do. So I immediately applied.
Yeah, and applying meant you had to write an essay, right?
Yeah, so I wrote a news article about an organization inside our community, which I wrote about the rodeo, the Houston Rodeo. And I also had to write an essay about why I want to be a kid reporter, and then some ideas on writing samples.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
All right, and of course you told them the reason why you wanted to is you loved uncovering the truth and speaking up for the little guy, if you will. Okay, so they only selected 45 journalists for this year, and their age range is from 10 to 14 years old. How did you find out that you were one of the ones they chose?
Well, they actually emailed me one day, and I was like, yes, I was so excited because I've been waiting for a really long time for the email.
Yeah, at the age of 13, he's been waiting forever, people. All right, so you've got a chance to do recently your first story.
Yeah, that was, I actually went yesterday to MD Anderson, and it's a great story. It's about basically how MD Anderson is pioneering the way about cancer treatment for kids. Yeah. And there's tons of cool things that they do to make it as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, in doing that, I think everybody thinks that they're a journalist until they actually get into really doing something, right? Because we have so many things that are available today where people can write their own blogs, or people can, tweet and the whole bit. Is there anything that you found out about this job that was a little bit different than you first thought?
Well, I feel it's about interviewing people. It's you have to think of questions and things to say on the spot. So it's not just you have a list of questions. You really have to go with the flow of the conversation in order to get the responses that you're really looking for.
You just said one of the most important things, because people ask me all the time, how do you become a host? And so sometimes people will have a list of questions.
Oh, yeah.
And when they have a list of questions, they're just thinking about what the next question is going to be. They don't listen to what somebody just said.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give you a chance to interview me a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's do it right, though. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, switch. Okay, we'll go around this way. All right.
Okay.
You can start now.
Okay. So, how long have you been doing this at Great Day Houston? 150
years.
Really?
Yes.
150 years?
Yes.
That's a pretty long time.
Yes, yes it is.
Wow, okay. So, why do you like doing this for so long, that you've been doing this for 150 years?
I am that ADHD brain that loves everything. I love history, politics, art, medicine. I love all of it. And in this job, I can get all of it every day and then put it to rest and start something new the next day. And I also love meeting so many members of our community. So that's pretty cool,
That's
right?
great. So what do you like the most about this job?
The most about this job is that you feel like you've done something for somebody. The entire staff here and I can give information that really can impact somebody's life. And sometimes what we do is just all about entertainment, right? So it's just fun and we laugh. But most of the time, there's something that somebody can take away with them, that if they're feeling down, that they can see somebody who has overcome something that they're going through, and that encourages them. Or it can be something about their community that they didn't know, or something about their community they can be proud of. And there's so much right here in Houston for us to be proud of. And I just think it makes people feel like they're better neighbors, better friends, a better community when we can share what happens in our community.
So, what type of people do you usually interview?
We interview everybody. We interview celebrities. We interview kid reporters. But we interview a slice of our community and the people who come to visit our community, right? And what's nice is we try not to give you the obvious. So oftentimes when we have a celebrity, they'll come through to push their movie or their book or whatever. But what we try to do is find what's something about that person that people might not know. What's something about that athlete that people might not know. For example, James Earl Jones. You know that guy? guy?
Not exactly.
Darth Vader, you know Darth Vader?
Oh, yeah.
That was the voice of Darth Vader,
Oh, wow.
right?
So he came on the show.
He came on the show, and I had no idea he has a severe stuttering problem.
Oh.
Even though he's one of the most recognized voices in the world,
Yeah.
he was able to share the story of how it was a teacher who grabbed his hand and said, we're going to work on this. We're going to get you through
Wow.
this. And it just changed the whole trajectory of his life. So
Wow.
cool.
So what's the most interesting person you've interviewed?
Oh, people ask me that all the time, and there's too many to even count.
Wow.
But probably one of them was a little girl named Samantha who was 5 years old who needed a heart transplant,
Oh, wow.
and she was dying. And then a heart came in, but here's the thing: in order for a heart to come in for her, it means somebody else's child died. And she met the mother, and she put her hands on her face, and she said, "I want to thank you for giving me my chance at life." And she said, whenever you want to visit your child, put your hand on my heart and you can feel the life of your child.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's
right?
really cool.
So there we go. What was your
Yeah.
story at MD Anderson?
It's about the cancer patients and how they're really they try to make it as comfortable as possible. Like they have tons of activities and programs for them. Like they have a children's art project where children will draw even on the hospital bed. And they recently did something where they would draw half of a picture and they'd send it to an artist in Houston, and then the artist would finish it up, and then they send it back. It's really cool.
See, and what was cool about that is that that's something that not everybody knows.
Yeah.
And so you found something there that was really cool and a great point of healing for the students or for the patients there. You did really well.
Thank you.
And you're looking a little too good in my chair. I'm going to let you keep it for a little bit longer.
Okay.
But thank you very much for joining us today. Congratulations.
You so much. Thank you so much.
And have fun in this business. This business can be so fun, so rewarding, and so entertaining. We're going to let you take us to break.
All right. To find out more about the Scholastic News Kids Press Corps and see links to the latest reporters, log on to greatdayhouston.com.